Catalogue scams is a huge problem, certainly in Bridgend, and what it involves is you're told you're going to get a big cash prize if you place an order for something like chocolates or vitamins or biscuits, things that you don't really need to buy, but you buy on the promise of the cash prize. Unfortunately, the cash prize never materialises, and you're often asked to pay for order after order after order, and only you are left out of pocket. The cash prize never arrives. We've seen cases in Bridgend where people have stored boxes full of goods in their garage, clearly ordering them because they thought the cash prize was on its way, but it never arrived. Pension scams. This is a problem that's arisen since April of this year with changes in pensions and people having perhaps more access and more freedom with their money. We're finding that a lot of people, certainly over the age of 55, are getting telephone calls telling them about get-rich-quick schemes and investment schemes, and are asking people with this type of money to part with it. And unfortunately, that can result in you losing a large chunk or all of the pension pot that you've accrued over the years. So we really don't want to see people in a position where they're losing their savings, if you like. So be wary of any phone calls that you get asking you to consider these sort of investment schemes. You may get contacted out of the blue to say that you are entitled to a payout from some shares. You'll get a letter, looks very authentic, and it'll say that if you pay a certain amount to release the funds, you will get the payout. It usually involves other people being involved in this sort of syndicate, if you like, and quite often you'll be given contact details for these other people who are involved in this scam. And you'll speak to them believing that this is true. We recently advised and supported a gentleman who lost £46,000 to this type of scam, and was sending bank payments to Hong Kong. Luckily for him, the bank paid the money back, but it just goes to show how you can be hooked in to this sort of scam quite easily. So it can be a very dangerous scam. The computer repair scam has been around for years, and I'm sure a lot of people in Bridgend have received a phone call to say that there's a problem with their computer, but it can be fixed there and then over the telephone. People from the other side of the world can get access to your computer if you give them the right information, and what we find is, as a result, you may either get a virus on your PC or laptop, or you might be asked to part with money as a result of the repair that's been carried out on your computer. What we say is never part with any money over the phone for this sort of transaction. These calls are often claimed to be from Microsoft, but Microsoft would simply never call you with this sort of service. So if anyone does call and say there's a problem with your PC, we advise you put the phone down as soon as you can. Lottery scams have been around for years. They are changing in a way now, certainly based on what we've seen in the recent months. An Australian lottery will actually give you a payout every so often, so you think you're actually getting involved in a genuine lottery, and you could be involved in that for a number of years. We spoke to a lady who'd been sending money off to this lottery for 7 or 8 years. She was finally told her winnings had come in. And as a result, she parted with in the region of £26,000 to release these funds that never came. So you may think it's genuine, but unless it's the UK National Lottery or Euro Millions, you've got to be very, very careful with any lottery that claims it's genuine and it comes from abroad.